Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Assalam Mega Farm. I'm Huzaifa, the director. We have different projects at our farm we had to share with you, so please consider subscribing to our channel and select that bell icon for notification whenever we upload a video. For now, we are going to be taking you in steps of growing alfalfa as forage or pasture for our livestock like dairy cattle, beef animals, goats, sheep, etc. Alfalfa can be grown for other purposes like human medical purposes and others, but for now we are going to be looking at alfalfa as pasture for animals. To start with, we are going to look at the importances or the importance value of alfalfa nutrients or alfalfa as pasture to animals. What's the importance? First of all, we are going to look at this alfalfa has a high protein value unlike other grasses or unlike other pastures to animals. There are also other nutritional value like calcium, vitamins. Those are the most nutritional values we look in for alfalfa as a pasture for these animals. For as a farmer dealing in pastures for animals, we look at the profitability value of the land. For example, one can get 2 tons in an acre, or others can get 6 tons in an acre, yet they are using the same machinery or the same labor. So in growing alfalfa, selecting land matters a lot, whereby you'll need a well-drained land or well-drained soil to plant your alfalfa. Land which isn't well-drained or which is wet or waterlogged create stable conditions that may result into killing the seedlings or even the established plants that have been already established, hence or in the end resulting into reduced production of forage or these pastures, bringing losses to the farmer. After selecting the land which is well drained, now we shall look at clearing that land to a weed-free area or a weed-free zone for these seedlings to grow. Remember, alfalfa is a small, it has small seedlings compared to other pastures. They are so tiny whereby they will need a zero or free weed area to grow in. Now let's talk about selecting seeds or the varieties. Alfalfa has different varieties, so consider selecting the varieties which are highly resistant to drought, highly resistant to diseases that will help you to get more output in the end. That means you have to make a good research on these varieties before you choose the seeds you are going to sow. Remember, any plant or any in farming, plants and animals matters a lot in their varieties. A good variety will help you earn more output out of that plant or earn more out of that and those animals you're rearing. We already talked about that in the previous video, whereby improved the methods of farming and improved varieties have helped farmers to earn more out of the land other than those who are before those who are farming locally. So after the land is well cleared, plowed, make sure before planting the soil is so compacted so that when you step a foot it doesn't go deep below 9 millimeters or 3/8 an inch. Yeah, so when you put a foot in the soil you're going to plant this alfalfa, make sure it doesn't go deep. It at least it remains on the topmost part of the soil. This will help your these seeds not to be like rotting down in the soil due to the water which remains in the soil. In planting, you'll also need lines, making lines or rows, or what we call furrows in case your land is a bit waterlogged, but make sure they are in lines, rows, whereby it will help you in weed management and it will help you in applying manure. And also it's a key point in applying manure to this land before or after planting these seeds. So make sure they are in line. The alfalfa seeds, when you are to place them in the soil while sowing, at least a quarter an inch or half an inch, it should be deep a half an inch, yeah, whereby it will be needing less soil to cover it, not enough soil. So make sure you put little soil that will help it come out so quickly, like in 2 or 3 days, if at all the weather condition or the conditions are favorable. Yeah, using the appropriate spacing. Yeah, the spacing from one row to another, you can use 1.5 feet, or you can use 2 feet from one row to another, whereby it will be helping you, as we said, in weed controlling or weed management and applying fertilizers. Alfalfa has long tap roots that penetrate more deep into the soil more than any other crop like maize corn or these millet or sugar graze. That these maize corn and sugar graze, they just have fibrous roots which are shallow, whereas the alfalfa has long tap roots that can go deep if at all the soil is well cultivated, is well plowed, and is well drained, and the conditions are favorable. It can go deep, like 20 feet down, or you can call it 7 meters or 8 meters into the soil. Yeah, that giving it an excellent plant to be in a drought resistant plant. So consider when you are a livestock farmer, consider looking out for alfalfa because of its different purposes, both to the farmer and to the livestock. Yeah, it can be used for hay when cultivating, when harvesting. It can be used like hay. It can be used for grazers, like bringing in animals and they graze. It can be used for silage. All those are applicable. Ensure crop rotation every after something like 3 to 4 years. Yeah, because they might be worn out due to the long time of germination. So ensure to do crop rotation. Don't just remove these old plants, alfalfa plants, and plant others. At least for one season or two, you can add some crops which can help bring back the nutrition value, fight the diseases. So in the next season you can again plant alfalfa. So when you're growing alfalfa, ensure these things down. One, you have to make sure that the garden or the field is weed free. Second, you have to ensure that the land or the garden it has well drained soil that will help the alfalfa plants to be freely to grow, whereby it can be harvested every after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if at all it's properly managed. The third thing is there is time for drought. If at all you are able to irrigate these plants and apply manure, even in times of drought or in times of dry season, you will still be getting the same as you are getting in the wet season. Another thing you have to make sure spraying in terms of these pests. There are some things like locusts. There are some things like those caterpillars that normally affect the weeds. There is wilting, so you ensure pest control herbicides which are sprayed in these plants. Another thing we have to look at, there are pre-annual or there are those resistant grasses that need to be removed before planting alfalfa, like Oxalis retifonia. There is elephant grass, whereby if at all you don't remove them deep in the soil, they will take time, like within 1 month, coming back, and it will be giving you a hard time in planting, in weeding, whereby you'll be weeding more often. So during the time of cultivating, ensure you clear the land before you plant. So that's all we have to share for now. Hope you like the video. So those in the video, there are the steps we have been doing in the past few days planting this alfalfa. So ensure always to make research in agriculture or in any other business or in any other field. Research is a key point, whereby you'll have to do things based on a research you've got that will be giving you an experience other people have been passing through. You'll be getting zero, or you'll get less challenges compared to a person who starts a field without proper research. So that's all. Consider subscribing to our channel for more videos, and like our videos, and hit the bell icon so that if at all we upload another video or other sectors or other fields, so you'll be informed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We love you so much. Bye bye.
twatuuka tulijja niivu twatuuka twaje Kayanja wasooka wabona ekibuga
Magunda
oba nga Kanyana
olibona Kayanja olwokutaano mama akataliko kabaayo
omuntu sana akobera nti mala gatunda Kayanja avuga n'ogugaali
obukyanaleeta kwita kalyani enani omusisi nalo
eyo era olibona eyo kyenkobe ni muzeeyi we kyakobera nti baba basobola n'okukuba emigo fuuti
olibona eyo weffe alina ebikaado omugaiga alina ebikaado
basala mataka baga kuba bikaado abasinga aye nekikaado wekivire tawo duuma tawo duuma owulire awavire ekikaado tolawo ekikaado okuba oduuma ojja kukungula ekiduuma kyotaidi muto na magulu
bini wabeeyo waba n'amataka nga gano gati
wasimba duuma
mu mwaka omulala oba oli bifwekeera
era ne muzeeyi we olukumpi kuwulira oti alima ebikaado kandi ere ebintu biri biti ebiri kutambula ku sente mutyere bikaado mwogo
njakujayo
aye duuma
njakujayo nambule
oli daabona era singa ofunaku ku sente zo nga ofuna oti wagule na mwagundigo weda wakoba muzeeyi oti nenda okunfunira kukwewere yikaditi ibiri yadi kufunira wadi kubamu ebikaado webeera eno oli wakola oti okwemera bwemerera oti wakotedde yikadi bibiri ndikude namu obukaire kuba ejika endala omuntu atya kuba bukaire 3 ey'ebikaado
ngalitwalirako neita
ate
kutema ku bwankolo ng'akulekera
kutema kubiri
ebisigere bikaali bibyo
alina ideeyo byamalamu amaanyi
anti buli we balonda
negalaba byokica
anti singa buli we baba bali kulonda nga bali kulonda ba president ebintu bifloatinga so kati saadi n'abantu balimye ebikaado tani sana bali kugigula emitwalo 25 nisana n'amaminzani gatuuse bwa mu byalo
kati emotoka dikatuka kubyoma
sana emotoka dikaja kubyoma iwe jawa mwisamba tika todaga kutema
pameti kaitoba nandaga muntu
twala
gabakuwa
iwe tabwa kumizani tika
kati byona byetaga mwendaga muntu
anti wale babenda pameti
nti yolina
otikuliraku
amala bakuwa ka delivery
ayo wano
ekyo mugobereyo irala kintu kyebaita kimu 7 zimu
ayo wano